everyone, and welcome back to another Explainer. Today, we're diving into the ultimate blueprint for building a really successful career as a fire alarm technician. And you know, it all starts with the proper selection and use of your tools. Now, we aren't just talking about a random shopping list today. We're talking about a serious investment in your livelihood and the very specific gear that's going to allow you to install, test, and maintain life safety systems effectively.
So here is our roadmap for today. 1. The foundation, hand tools. 2. Power tools for productivity. 3. The almighty multimeter. 4. Specialty fire alarm tools. And 5. Organization, maintenance, and mindset. Before we even start talking about specific gear, we really need to establish a core mindset here. You've got to resist the temptation to buy everything cheap and instead invest in quality tools that will actually survive a tough job site. Experienced techs understand this. Quality tools are going to save you time, they'll massively improve your workmanship, and honestly, they just reduce everyday frustration. I know cheap tools look super tempting when you're just starting out and trying to save a buck, but they will inevitably fail right when you need them most, and that just creates unnecessary work for everyone involved. All right, let's jump into section 1, the foundation, hand tools. Let's kick things off with the absolute bedrock of your toolbox. These are the hand tools you're going to use every single day for pulling cable, installing devices, and doing your standard troubleshooting. Now, while you absolutely need precise screwdrivers and nut drivers, to avoid stripping those tiny terminal screws, a high-quality pair of lineman's pliers, that's your best friend. They are incredibly versatile. We're talking twisting conductors, cutting wire, pulling cable, and really just general-purpose gripping. Treat a good pair of linemen's right, and they will literally last your entire career. You also need quality wire strippers that are perfectly matched to your common conductor sizes, so whether you're working with 18, 16, 14, or 12 AWG. Listen, nicking a copper core because you used dull strippers or maybe just sloppy technique, that creates a hidden time bomb in your system. Damaging conductors right at the very start of an installation is a guaranteed recipe for system failure down the road, so precision here, it's completely non-negotiable. And whether you're stripping jackets with a utility knife or laying out your conduit runs with a tape measure, the golden rule always remains. Measure twice, install once. Because let me tell you, nothing hurts quite like having to re-pull 200 feet of cable simply because you were off by an inch. Moving right along to section 2, power tools for productivity. So stepping up from hand tools, we have our power tools. These act as massive force multipliers for your daily productivity. But, and this is a big but, you have to match the tool to the task. You might step up from your standard everyday cordless drill to a heavy-duty hammer drill if you're working on commercial masonry. Or you might grab an impact driver when you need some serious structural torque. Oh, and a portable bandsaw? That is an absolute lifesaver for getting flawlessly clean cuts on threaded rod, conduit, and strut. If you match the tool to the material, your efficiency is going to skyrocket. Which brings us to section 3, the almighty multimeter. All right, we are shifting gears now from physical installation over to technical diagnostics. I want you to really think about this scenario. If you could carry only one troubleshooting tool into a building, what would it be? It's a serious question, and honestly, your answer completely separates the novices from the seasoned veterans out in the field. The answer, without a shadow of a doubt, is the multimeter. It is the singular most important diagnostic instrument a technician can carry. Mastering how to use your meter to measure different electrical properties, well, it's just the single most valuable technical skill you can develop in this entire industry. Your meter really paints a complete diagnostic picture for you. You use the voltage function to confirm the presence of power and to check battery health. Resistance is what helps you hunt down short circuits, open circuits, and verify your end-of-line resistor values. And continuity, that's your go-to function for verifying that de-energized conductors are fully intact from end to end. But look, the meter is only as smart as the tech holding it, right? You've got to avoid those common rookie mistakes, like selecting the wrong function or using incorrect probe locations. And most importantly, actually scratch that, this is critically importantly, never ever measure resistance on a live energized circuit. Unless, you actually want to fry your equipment. You can't just assume a reading without understanding what it actually means in context. You really have to learn your meter inside and out. All right, section 4, specialty fire alarm tools. As your career progresses, your toolkit is naturally going to evolve to include some highly specialized gear. Today, a service laptop loaded with programming software and a professional label maker are just as critical as your mechanical tools. I mean, yes, obviously you still have your aerosol smoke generators, your detector removal tools, and your circuit tracers. But labeling your devices and conductors correctly the first time, that saves everyone a massive headache later on. Finally, we hit section 5. organization, maintenance, and mindset.
Listen to me here. Having the best gear in the world means absolutely nothing if you don't have the discipline to manage it properly. Stop digging blindly into a bottomless tool bag. Assign every single tool a specific home. Keep your most frequently used items right there at the top, and separate your service kits from your installation kits so you aren't carrying around unnecessary dead weight all day. Also, make sure to perform regular inventory checks. A missing tool doesn't just cost money, it creates serious project delays. You've got to treat your tools with the exact same respect you treat a life safety system, and you do that by following these 3 strict maintenance steps. First, regularly clean out dust and debris to extend their life. Second, be proactive. Inspect for cracked handles, damaged cords, or dull blades, and replace them immediately. And third, always calibrate your test equipment per the manufacturer's guidelines. Accurate measurements are just non-negotiable in life safety work. Now, keep in mind, building this ultimate kit happens over years, not weeks. Please don't feel pressured to go out and buy everything on day 1. Step 1 is mastering those basic hand tools. Step 2 is investing in a really quality multimeter. Step 3 brings in those essential power tools for productivity. And finally, Step 4 incorporates that expensive specialty fire alarm equipment. You prioritize building a rock-solid foundation long before buying the flashy specialty items. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a fundamental question. After everything we've just discussed and built together today, out of all the drills, the pliers, the expensive multimeters, what is the single most important tool in your box? The ultimate twist here is that the most powerful tool you will ever bring to a job site isn't made of steel or plastic or copper. It's your own ability to think critically and solve problems. Your physical tools just make your knowledge effective in the field. Cultivating that critical mindset paves the way perfectly for mastering electrical fundamentals and truly understanding the systems that you're protecting out there. So keep learning, keep organizing those tool bags, and I will catch you in the next explainer.